It's been a while.
It's been a while. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Pretty good. Still rocking the Evan, as you
Mm-hmm.
can see.
Yeah, did you have like a bit of a break? Because I don't know. Did I kick you from the
Yeah,
guild and then add you back? Was that you?
I didn't get kicked because I was actually kind of surprised I wasn't kicked because
Oh yeah, I
I
put you into day
took
ones.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
I took
yeah.
a long ass break.
Hmm.
I think it was right around the time they announced the totem removal.
Right. Yeah. So you were like, that's a
Yeah.
good time to dip.
Nah, I was just fed
Co-
up with the game.
coincidence? Yeah.
I didn't really like totems anyway,
Mm-hmm.
so it was whatever changed. But yeah, I was fed up with the game, and I had
Mm-hmm.
some real life stuff as well
It
coming
happens.
up, school and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
it was a good time. Take a break, but yeah, I was still in the guild when I came back. It was nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. We loyal.
Yeah. Nice.
Yep.
And I could even use the G skills when I came back, so
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. For
Okay.
the Well, I think you had like a crazy amount of contribution and stuff, and you were very active in the past. So I was usually just like, well, I could just keep it on a. I figured I'd keep the day ones, and in case we absolutely need room and someone's been in there forever and just hasn't been seen, then we can always kick. But as long as we're not like struggling for spots, I think it's fine.
Okay. Okay. I'll definitely another time say if I'm taking a break again.
Yeah, yeah. Just let us
So
know.
just
Okay,
mm,
does
yeah.
Evan use attack speed inner ability? Have I been blind to that my whole life?
Uh, I don't actually know at this point, but I think so. But I think you can circumvent it. I don't think you actually need it, but then you have to like use what's it like a return buff every 1 minute or so.
Yeah, exactly. Because you have that one, right? I thought because of that you don't need
Yeah,
it, but oh,
I
inner ability.
I saw some.
Oh, it is on
I
here.
think I saw some KMS using cooldown skip,
Okay.
but
Needed to get to 0. Gotcha. Okay. And that still works on your magic whatever. What's your basic attack thing? Barrage?
the the mana burst.
Mana burst. See magic barrage, mana burst. Basically same thing. Yeah,
Uh,
that's what I said.
yeah, yeah,
So for that you and it doesn't make all the animations a little bit faster?
I think so.
The combos?
I I must admit I
Oh.
don't really pay attention that much.
No, apparently you do get it. Yeah, okay. It's good to double check. It just looked a little weird. Looked weird.
But
Okay.
I
Let me know
it's
what can I do for you today. Let's get into that.
okay. Yeah. So I
Two
guess
boss.
I
Okay.
can say I'm entering the late game now, and
Mhm.
my Starforce is all right.
Mhm.
Uh, some of my potential could be better. So it's where should I focus my money on? Like, should I go for 22 or should I go hard for like getting some potential three lines
Mhm.
in? Uh, yeah, because there's coming a what's it called? Shining Star Force. Yeah, it's coming in New Age, and but there's also coming a cube sale in like November, Black Friday, something like that. So it's like where should I put my money?
Yeah. Well, first of all, for both of those we don't know for sure yet because New Age hasn't announced theirs and
Oh,
Cube Sale is always that's always a maybe, right? So that's never a ironclad. So both of those are probably happening. I'll give you that, but they're not
okay,
for sure, right? Always want to be careful to because if you start counting on it and then it doesn't happen, then you can be upset because if it didn't say that it was going to happen yet, right? But it feels like every big event is going to have a shining now. It seems like almost standard. But two in a row that makes a pattern, but it doesn't make a impossible to deviate from pattern, I guess. Um,
all right.
so when it comes to so the first check would be like where you are at in the game and where you're trying to go with your character. I saw your culvert was like 5.7.
Yeah, yeah, I can get up to six, but I keep fucking up.
So if you don't fuck up, you get around 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so based on that culvert, I was like checking because I was like comparing to my marksman and to my hero. So I was thinking like, oh, you got to be probably like close to 50k stat. And then I looked and you were at 48.3, and I'm like, okay, that makes that's pretty close. So
Yeah.
That's a decent guess. So I guess that means for scaling, scaling wise, for at least for Culver, you know, because every piece of content is different. The marksman and the hero are like around the same ballpark. So yeah, so there's two things, like what can you already do and what's your goal with your character, and then the other thing would be just to look at, you know, like your backups and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So I think I have found a black mage party. We have a buccaneer in our guild first. I don't know if I'm butchering that name, but he said he was on vacation and he was looking to form a party in September.
Yes.
So I'm kind of waiting on him to come back and see where it goes from there.
Yeah, he had another friend as well, right? That wanted to join.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. And right now I'm kind of in the I'm kind of practicing C10 bosses.
How's that going?
All right. Verticilla is kicking my ass right now, but I definitely have damage. I know that because I killed normal Vihilla with only green pot, like 15 minutes. So.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I know I have damage, but I just need to survive better.
Yeah.
And right now I'm running 2 healing fams, and I can survive all right. It's just I keep fucking up, like getting hit with a thread, and then I panic. I try to get hit another time, and then she slashes, and then I'm down to 3, and it gets really hard from there. Just play perfect for like 20 minutes straight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, then the extra stress, then you can take less chances, then your DPS slows down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or DPM, yeah.
And I've tried a bit Chaos Gloom, but not really making too much. I'm not practicing that much. I'm mostly focusing on V-Healer because I also need to kill Hard Healer to be able to go into Black Mage.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you don't have to solo it, but yeah, you do have to get it clear. Yeah. But, you know, you have practice mode, and then once you really start doing a run, just one clear gives you like 3 drops, so that's already 3 real runs worth. Well, it gives you 3 of the pieces, and then you combine those with the sparks, right, to turn into a key.
Oh, okay. Oh, I only thought you got 1. Oh, that's nice. That's nice to know.
Yeah. You got You need 50 sparks and 1 of the yellow drops, but she typically drops 3. Yeah.
Yeah, I got loads of the sparks.
Yeah, it should be fine.
I've been doing normal. Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you do normal, yeah, you build up quite a lot of, quite a bank of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's so you want to be able to do more of the damage. What was your? Did you do a BA recently for the Black Mage?
Yes.
That last
so
time,
it's gotta be a lot more now because I was 271 and I got like 90 bill second, maybe like 88, 89.
Okay.
And then I'm 273 now. And, I probably should get 274 by like September.
Okay. Sounds good.
And I think it's 75 bill per second, right?
Yeah, that's like yeah, exactly. That's where the parties will start. And then if you get closer to 90, then you can start doing some really comfortable clears, like probably 20 minutes lower and lower.
Oh. Nice.
But, you know, that's when everyone's mechanics are like more on point.
Yeah.
But it helps to be able to burst down P1 without getting, you know, too stuck on things.
Yeah. I've been reading a bit about Black Mage and stuff, and P1 seems pretty stressful and a lot of life lost. Yeah.
Well, yeah, if you don't do like one bind and burst it, then a lot of stuff can go wrong really quickly. It's a huge map, and then it gets made smaller and smaller, and there's lasers and giant statues slapping you, and they're pretty giant hitboxes with their attacks, and then you curses, and it's a bad time. So many tri-nodes. Yeah, welcome to the land of Evan, where I mean, I guess you can min-max a little bit depending on the situation you're in, but if you have the space, you might as well just slam all the nodes in there and have everything maxed.
I don't think you need everything I have here, but I have the space and just don't want to worry about it.
Yeah, if you're min-maxing Black Mage, you put some more decent skills in there, and the Urda's Will probably.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the current goal. Black Mage, and working on the last C20 bosses. I don't know if I want to do hard Dark Knell. I probably could, but that's so 8. The boss is so 8.
It is, yeah. I mean, one of the main things is just I typically just blow up normal just because of the time difference, and then once I liberated, I switched to doing a hard. But even then, it's pain. What have you got? You got 1 belt, nice, and a Trace Berserk, nice. The signs of a yeah. Signs of a true pitch waiting room gamer.
Yeah, finally. I mean, I started doing Hard Lotus and Hard Damien before I quit. I took a break last time, so haven't seen any since.
Well, people are going to be very happy to look at your familiar for a little bit, so I'll put that one on the on the screen for a bit, so people can be mad at this one for a little bit. Well,
that one is so good, and I got it at like 255 or some shit like that. Yeah.
When like a 285 would like shoot your head off for it.
Yeah. Apparently. Yeah, I didn't even know how rare it was when I got it. I was like, "Oh, this is good. I might as well use this one."
Yeah. This is like a bossing mule unique potential on a secondary. But
yeah. And I think I'm very, very lucky with my familiars, because I see some 275s who's just farmed all the way in Limina and never seen a boss damage fam, and I got all 3, and I even have like
30 epic.
A lot of variations of the healing and IED, whatever. So
yeah, that's nice. Yeah, my DA doesn't have any bossing fems either.
And I finished them all when I hit 260, so it's like perfect.
Before 260, wow. Yeah, that's insanely lucky. Have you ever seen the numbers of like the cost of these things?
No, never. Actually, never. I don't want to look. Be happy.
We're gonna look now.
Okay.
Let's see. Your expected familiar cost for a boss. Let's see. Boss ID 2-line, any combination at unique is 3.1 million.
Oh shit.
Familiar points. So like a common is 10 and a rare is 15. So it's like somewhere, probably like 2.5 million familiars or something. Oh no, wait, sorry, that don't have it. So 250,000 familiars, something like that.
Easy.
Yep. Easy clap.
Just get lucky.
But you got all 3 of them before 260. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, around 260, I think.
If people get it before 275, I would consider that lucky. Like.
Yeah, I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, move on. Be.
Fuck that system.
Yeah, move on. Well, until you get another character up, and then you just go again.
Yeah.
Legion is looking really good as well. Bossing fam's good income and all that.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So I think when I took the break, the whole bossing mule meta started. But I already had some characters lined up. The Kana and the Kane, and have a dual blade. You can't see. I didn't include all the characters.
Yeah.
But I have 5 boss mules for now. And I'm planning on making 2 more, but I don't have the notes for it yet.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the resources that most accounts struggle a little bit with. It's just takes a bit, and even though you're training in Grandis, it's not like you're just drowning in nodes now. They're not really dropping that much. And
I still want to put them on my other characters so they can clear relatively quickly.
Yeah. And the marksman was the burn, I'm guessing?
Yeah. It was... I didn't really know what to burn, and I saw some clips from you, and the bossing is like really easy compared to Evan.
Yeah, it's
and
for sure.
and I was like, I don't really want a boss mule with too much effort.
Hmm.
So it was perfect, and it was 211 from it was a previous
Oh, it was exactly at
hyper.
the level it
Yeah,
needed it to be. Yeah, it was. Well, it
yeah,
was a sign.
yeah. So it's perfect, and it does its job perfectly the way I
Hmm.
want to.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. So you can get like slime
So
and everything below pretty quickly.
uh, I haven't done slime on. I'm just doing
Okay,
in Lomian, and it's not that funded yet,
I see, I
but
see.
maybe it will do slime. But
Hmm.
I'm not planning on doing Gollux on all of my boss mules,
Yeah,
not for now at least.
going for reinforced Gollux, going for superior Gollux. Like that's that's one of the things. I mean, I always tell people like if you can get 15% ID fams, if you can get reinforced Gollux, and if you can get into a guild that has some guild skills, that'll already give you a lot of like free damage in terms of uh, compared to how much money and time it takes to get that. That's like a lot of base damage. I will always start from that point and then start funding from that point. If you're going to be doing like Lotus and Damien and everything below as well. Are you in the guild with any of your characters?
No, no, none of them are actually in a guild. Uh,
Hmm. You can
Maybe
join.
I should,
How's the Mule
but
Guild? Wait,
I,
Noah is Noah here? How's the Mule Guild doing? Otherwise, you can join Raindor. Raindor is our third guild with just like people's mules in there and stuff, and it's got. Oh, the guild skills aren't even leveled yet, and it's Friday. Whoops. Hang on. Let me Can no one else level these things? Well, we have 22 guild skills here, so that's already like max critical damage and 14% damage. So, and we have
yeah, but
what 60 spots. So you can just bossing mules. You can just throw them in
yeah,
there if you want.
yeah, but is it like a culvert requirement on that?
On Raidor, no, no. On Scar Mules,
No.
well, on Scar Mules there's no requirement either, but we're trying to keep up with where we're at. But that guild gets like
Yeah,
40, 40, no, not 45, but like 40, 42, something like that.
I just haven't really done it because I don't want to like add even more to the plate.
Yeah, yeah, I get that.
And stuff you have to do every week, and then it's just I don't know. I think I will burn out if I have to do too much stuff. So
Yeah, yeah.
they clear
Mm-hmm.
pretty quickly anyways. So
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm also thinking about the character where you're like, I want to add these, but I don't have the nodes. Maybe with the extra damage, you wouldn't need as many nodes, right? And then you can start coming online a little bit
yeah,
faster with less resources.
yeah, yeah. That's good. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
For now, all of I'm planning on hexa burning, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Maybe a cadena or ilium, whatever, or a bishop. But I haven't decided yet. I'm gonna get to 220,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll see who I like the most from that pool.
Yeah, and look a little bit at the 6 job. Well, there's a bunch of the 6 job that's common, like with the access stats and stuff that everyone has to deal with, of course. But you want to look at the 6 job skill and see which one you like. But then again, it's like a 6 minute cooldown, so if you're gonna have it as more of a bossing mule, but I guess the hyper burn for New Age is more gonna be like for a side character rather than just for a mule, right?
Yeah, cadena looks super fucking fun. I saw some KMS guys clearing some stuff on it. It looks so much fun,
Mm-hmm.
and it fits with the with like my second character. Seven is quite
Mm-hmm.
meshy character, uh,
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. And
and
did
I
you
think it would.
like Kane in the same group, kind of?
Yeah, yeah, he's pretty fun, but his mobbing like sucks,
You don't
in my
like it?
opinion.
Okay.
No, no, I mean Cadena sucks too, probably even worse from what I hear. But it's a burn, so it's not as bad
Mm-hmm.
with that one.
Oh, you got the
Uh,
Maelstrom, right? Maelstrom is very strong skill. Often can
yeah,
just continuously clear 2 platforms, so that makes it. That compensates a little bit, and then you put the Urda shower on the other side, the Urda fountain, and then you can cover quite a bit of the map.
yeah, I'll have to see when I level
Mm-hmm.
3 characters. But yeah, and Ilium is apparently fucking strong, from what I heard.
Yeah, it's definitely
Because it
underrated.
just
It never
keeps
shows up at in any like ranking stuff, but it's good.
getting buffed and buffed and buffed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah. Yeah, in the beginning when they needed to buff it for bossing, they just added boss damage to all the skills, but like that didn't really fix their problems. It's like, okay, you hit a little bit harder, but it's still annoying. You know, like way in the beginning, your last rank of attack speed came from the stacks that you build, like the was it loosened brands
Oh.
or something. But then every time you get hit by something, you lose one stack, so then you lose the attack speed, and then you have to build it back every time. So it was like slow down, speed up, slow down, speed up, like the whole time. It's like this is just not. So they moved it to a passive instead. It's like it had little weird things like that where, yeah, it just didn't really work. And yeah, they've been probably buffing it like 7, 8 patches in a row now. Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to
Yeah, those are all good choices, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Yeah, Links and Legion, you know all that. Okay, so the main thing is going to be like your backups, right? And that kind of goes into your decisions a little bit because, you know, pitched is whatever. But if you're trying to like solo certain bosses or you're trying to be in a party or like duo and alternate drops, that'll have a big effect on how quickly you're going to be able to get backups. And one of the main things where I don't know what you're doing with that is like for slime rings, right? It's like
Yeah, I boomed 2. I'm planning on doing just struggling through the chaos one.
hmm
I haven't done it yet, but I don't even know if I have the damage yet. But yeah, I'll try soon and try to build up some
Yeah, solo is
if I
just
can.
AIDS. It's like a really long fight. He heals way too much. He hits quite hard. But that's really one where you want to decide. Like, yeah, I mean, I think it's a good idea to just try to solo and see how far you get, and then kind of see like, do I want to do this every week, or do I find a party, or do I do like a 2 or 3 man, you know, like a duo with a support or someone, and then kind of see if if you want to clear that way, because then you cut your access to rings in half. But even if you're duoing, you're still going to get way more rings from chaos than you're going to be soloing normal, because that's just I mean, it can drop, but it's just not good. So
Yeah, I got 2, but I boomed both because I'm a bit trigger happy when I get to 21. And
did you
so
transfer
yeah,
hammer them, or did you? No, you probably didn't,
one
right?
of them I did, and the other one I just started Starforcing randomly off event. Yeah, and it just went away as it should.
So that's also why your superior is 17.
Yep. It's I was dumb enough to think I had like 5k Gollux coins, so I was like, it's good potential, so I'm just gonna buy
Yeah,
all the superior
the
rings, and
weekly limit.
22 it's easy.
Yeah,
And I have 0 left and a 17 superior ring, so that was a good idea. Yeah,
yep. Hindsight.
the ring, yeah, the rings have given me so much trouble.
uh-huh.
I I've seen Counter Treasure Ring 21 twice. Uh, and then I think I've boomed 20. Not kidding. I think I've boomed 20 counter rings and at least like 10 Meister rings.
Yep.
So, but if those are the items that are booming on my account, that's fine. I'll take it.
Yeah, that and
Uh,
CRA can boom as much as it wants, but
yeah,
the superior stuff, please don't.
yeah,
At least your pendant is 22. That's a big
yeah,
thing off the list until you get a source, and then you have to make a 22 superior for that. But and that's gonna be a problem for
yeah.
later.
Yep. I'm slowly doing Gollux every day, trying to build up backups, and I'm gonna just override the potential on the superior. I'm not gonna try again for like buying a bunch of superior and just Star Force and that. I'm gonna transfer next time I Star Force.
Sounds like the plan.
Because I have a bunch of Kana treasure rings and
And
some
how are
Meister
you
rings.
on the narrows and stuff? You have some of those?
I haven't actually done a lot. Okay, I actually have 2,300, but they actually go pretty quick because I started Starforcing the Sweetwater pendant. and it's like 400 each.
Yeah,
So
if they
it
boom,
goes
those are
pretty quickly.
pricey. Yeah.
Yeah,
You have
yeah,
like 2-3K, but yeah, it only needs a few booms and that's
yeah.
gone. Yeah.
I boomed 2 already, so they went pretty quickly.
Yeah. Well, so you got the Twilight Mark. The idea is kind of Twilight Mark and Slime Ring set together. That's
Yeah,
fine. And then the Dawn Pendant kind of only comes in once you get a Berserk instead replacing the Twilight Mark, so that the Dawn Pendant can, or the Daybreak Pendant, I should say, can keep the set bonus, right, with the slime. But as
yeah.
long as you
Is
don't,
it better?
yeah.
Because I have I think I heard the whole commercial system was nerfed or something,
Well, transposing
right?
was
Transposing, yeah.
nerfed, yeah.
So it's still better than the transposed Sweetwater pendant, like going for Dawn, because it's like 140, right?
No, well, it's
Or
only like for
140.
the new items that you transpose. So like your pendant is gonna be individually stronger, like although even like stronger than well, not right now maybe, but like if you keep Star Forcing it up, even a 21 is probably gonna be stronger than a 22 Dawn pendant, but just not with the set bonus.
Okay, okay. Yeah, but I don't have any yet,
Mm-hmm.
so it's probably for the
Yeah, I could have killed Hilla
future.
a few times.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, I guess to kind of like sketch the possibilities for the sets and everything, right? So,
yeah,
so the weapon is 18. Yeah, weapon could eventually go to 19 if you have a few backups and there's a 15 or something. That could be pretty cheap upgrade compared to the, what the other arcanes that just kind of like bring them up. But I'm
yeah,
guessing for you, it's most likely gonna be a cube sale that you're looking at, because if you don't have the backups, then Starforce events are just kind of like whatever anyway, right?
yeah,
So whenever a
yeah.
Starforce event comes around, you can just be like, okay, wherever I have backups, I can try a little bit, but you're not gonna go like zeroing out. Like, what do you have, like Sweetwater pendants, and the monocle? I guess you can Starforce those up, right? Because don't underestimate like your transposed Sweetwater pieces. Those are very close individually. They're very close to pitched of the same star. The only reason pitched wins is because eventually you can get set bonus like over 4 or something. Then it starts. Only then does it start
Okay,
like getting better,
okay.
and that can be like a year and a half from now, right? Like that's
Yeah, yeah,
something that could take
yeah.
forever. So yeah.
Okay, okay.
But other than
Yeah,
that, yeah, we got 322 superiors. That's already a lot done. So it would be the Sweetwater stuff, and it would be the and like the CRA to 22. But other than that, I probably wouldn't do much star forcing at all that you're like looking at, unless you have a bunch of backups. So it's really going to be about Gollux every day, and then yeah, do Commercy as much as you think, as much as you want to. Backups for kind
yeah.
of treasures and Meisters. You already said you had some pre-made, like for Meisters.
Uh, no, I just have a lot of Meister, and kind of that none of them are Starforced yet.
Okay, so
But
how many do you have for Meister?
I have 5 Meister rings and 9 kind of treasure rings.
Okay, that's good. All right, so that could be
Should I
something.
try to
22.
should I try the 22 kind of treasure and Meister, or is
Well,
that
the thing you're looking at is that you're in a really awkward position with the superior stuff. Um, if you're looking at the project, so you have like no Gollux coins now.
uh no, I have 2 superior rings extra, so I have 3 in total, like 150 Gollux coins right now.
Okay. Yeah, and you'd want that to go into the slime, because there's like a little bit of a weird situation where, now I could log off here, but kind of like what I have on my Cannoneer is for my Cannoneer. I had 17 superior, and I want to go from 17 superior to 21 superior. So what I did was I took the fodder, got it to 21, and then transferred it into new pieces and not into the existing ones I had. Because my thought process
Yeah.
was, if I transfer it into my existing ones to 20 and then they boom to 21, then I'll have to trace into an existing one and get that back up to 17.
Yeah.
but then I will have lost a piece. But if I do this to the new one and they try to get it up to 21, and it and the new one doesn't go, then I can just equip my existing ones, and it's like lost in the background, and I don't have to spend the extra money afterwards, right? And if it does
Yeah.
go, then my old ones, which are 17 and like unique potential and like some flame on it, their value is actually negligible now, and then they can just become a backup later if I want to go for 22. So that's a possibility of how you look at the items in terms of upgrading. Of course, that really only counts for your superior ring at this point, right?
Yeah.
And whether you like 22, the kind of treasure, and the Meister, that would have more to do with like if you were holding on to like an endless terror or two, which I don't think you have.
Oh.
And potentially like if you're gonna do Oz in any kind of way for like Oz rings, right? Because then you might want to take a little bit of a foot off the gas on like your 4th ring slot, cause if you know you're not going to be wearing it the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, let me close my door because it's raining somewhere.
I have done some Oz, but not. Oh, sorry.
Okay, I left my door open to cool down my house, but it's like raining inside. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, so that would be an option. You have 2 backups, so we can like run a few scenarios. But yeah, so provided that you go for Sea Slime, I think like duo Sea Slime is pretty standard for most people to do for a while, until they feel like they can solo it at a more reasonable pace. But usually around that time they don't need it anymore because they've got they've got the slime ring by that point. So then they're either carrying someone else, or they're doing it for the Meso, or they just blow up normal to save themselves a whole lot of time. That's kind of like the options afterwards. But yeah, since the potential is, its potential is 27 with like 2 all-stat lines, but it's not 30 or 33, so that is like doable to get back. And if you transfer over, you have to redo the pot anyway. So I'm inclined to just try to get another Kana Treasure or Meister to 21, tap it into the Superior, and see if you can get the Superior to 21. But I would, past that point, I would try to... you're kind of in the thing, like, either if it's not 22 yet, you also don't want to work on the potential, because then if it booms, you have to do it all over again, right?
Yeah.
So maybe there's one other project, though, that... And I would say, like, it's definitely, like, the Pendant to 21, the Eye to 21, and the CRA to 22. I would probably finish those projects first. And then once those are done, there's no real other project to really be working on, because, like, Arcane to 21, like, what the fuck? Like, just wait until you get some backups there so you can afford that a bit more easily, right? And all the other projects are, like, everything else is already really high up. So once those are done, I think you'll have more... Everything else will be pretty much done, so you could just purely focus on the rings, and then you don't have to worry about the narrows anymore. You don't have to worry. It's basically just going to be pitched and like finishing off the rings. But it'll also help. Like, those are the projects, but we had a 5.10.15 not too long ago, and then Shining is probably even later. So I think the main thing for you is probably that you're looking at November and you're looking at cubing. So the only exception will be that you don't, like, if you have a slime ring in the meantime, or you have this superior, that you don't really cube those. But definitely try to get some 3 lines on the stuff that's 22'd, right? Like, it really deserves it, like the accessories mainly, so like the Gollux pendant, reinforced ring, those items to really get them to 30%, or at least to 27. Probably just do like 1 pass, get them all to 27 or 24, 27, and then just bring them up like 1 rank at a time. Double crit damage on the gloves, most likely, right?
Yeah.
With the bright cubes, and then try to get 27 plus something like the shoes potential, like on all of the other arcane pieces as well. That's probably where I spend most of the money, and maybe some kind of CRA potential like you have on the hat, like something like that. I don't know if you need cooldown reduction forever.
No,
probably not, right?
I don't think so. No.
Because your combos are either way longer or way shorter, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, you're supposed to like use the combo, but the other one comes off cooldown when the other one finishes, so it wouldn't you would have to return and then use, so it wouldn't really make any sense at all to go for it. And
Yeah,
the
it's
other fifth job skills are so long.
yeah,
So
exactly. Yeah, they're too long, so it doesn't affect them enough, and the other skills where it would affect them, they're so short, so it wouldn't affect them enough either. Or you just
yeah,
have too many skills off cooldown at the same time, so it doesn't really
yeah,
move you forward. Yeah. Okay, that's what I gathered. Yeah, but yeah, it should be doable to get something like 3 to 6% extra on these. So if you add all of that up, you got like say like 9% extra here. The main question is like, what do you do with the emblem, right? But that will have to
yeah.
that will depend on your total income at that time, your total money saved. Do you know how much money you're roughly like saving per week?
Probably around 10 bill, maybe more, maybe less. And if
Mm-hmm.
I stop spending on random stuff, then
Yeah.
yeah, probably a little bit more.
After a few months, you'll definitely see that if you've really, and it's okay to spend a little bit here and there, you know, like spend a bill or so on some cubes just because you wanna, you know, because you you want that gamble, but then you want to set
Yeah,
like a strict budget, just buy a few packs of cubes, just roll it up, and then and then put it down again,
yeah,
because your projects are just gonna get so expensive that the more you gamble in between, you're just extending the time by months until you can actually get that project done.
yeah. I tend to, at least I think I finally learned all the lessons that I need to,
Mm-hmm.
because yeah, random Starforcing off event and cubing, and then
Mm-hmm.
I'm a gambling addict at
Yeah.
heart,
Mm-hmm.
so I just start spending everything, like draining 10 bill in one day because I got mad that I didn't get an upgrade, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I think I finally learned my lesson, and I
Okay.
can.
It's also once you
But
get like into very high income and your next project is like saving for 21 arcanes, you know that yeah, if you do that, it's just going to be like another month or two before you can do that, or another 6 months until the next shining. So you can really play
yeah,
around with that too much. Or if you want to play around with something, you can just get like CRA on the bossing build to 19 or something. Because even though that's a lot of clicking, that's like spending nothing compared to spending on arcane. So by comparison, you can get a lot of gambling out of your system for very little money if you do that.
that's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
I gotta remember that. Yeah,
Or like roll like what is it, like mystical cubes to try to get like 9% on epic stuff. Like that's like hundreds of rolls probably, but you're down like 25 mil, and it's like whatever.
yeah, yeah,
Because then you can, or I mean, if you really want to, there's also like cubing simulators, right? Where you can really just endlessly click and actually spend zero.
uh,
So there's actually one linked, I
just
think, on
cause
the Discord, on the Reddit.
it doesn't hit the same. It doesn't. I tried.
Yeah, you can't take it with you, huh?
No.
You have to leave it in the application. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, but the potentials on like the emblem and the secondary,
Mm-hmm.
like there's such a huge cost to try and upgrade those.
Yeah, the emblem is
So
probably the one that makes the most sense if you want to start Libin and
yeah,
you've got the ID line and everything, and you got full boss fams. Like the weapon, I think is fine where it's at. I mean, you can maybe get a better soul on it, but yeah, that's a different thing. Um,
yeah,
yeah, for the shield, because you've already got prime. Like you've got your boss out, but yeah, you'd have to hit at least like 2 magic attack on a boss or 2 boss, including at least 1 prime with magic attack, and I preferably have the magic attack be prime for it to be like significant enough of an update. I mean, 9% damage is not that good, but it's okay when you're mobbing. But yeah, when you're bossing, it's kind of a dead
yeah,
roll. But yeah, you're gonna have to have more solid lines. I think the emblem has the most room for potential because even though 9 int does something, it's very weak compared to like a magic attack line or even an ID line, right?
yeah. But my ID is so high because of the weapon, so it just
Yeah, but
makes it a
even
bit
even then,
tough.
I think even then I would say that ID probably helps even more because you could also move some stuff around in maybe your hyperstats because you have
Yeah,
your Legion grid at max, so you can get maybe some critical damage out of it. So you can, it'll still
oh yeah,
it'll still help I think more than int. But even if you're at like 90, because you also have to remember the higher level bosses after Black Mage, they have more PDR as well, right? They don't stop at 300. They go to 380, and there's probably going to be some bosses coming out that have like 400 plus and everything. There's yeah, I don't think we're gonna be having too much. Yeah, you have a lot, but yeah, but the temporary weapon. But it also means that once you get lib, that you don't have to worry about that at all anymore. But yeah, ID and 2-line magic attack will just be like a thing that could be an upgrade or like a small upgrade, but it'll be something you settle on. But the true goal, of course, is the 3-line magic attack. Yeah.
But then I have to lose some stat. Then I can't stat flex.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no flexing anymore. The average, yeah, if only your weapon was 91 int instead of 91 luck. If that was switched, then you could flex nice and hard. Or get some all stat line. But yeah, so for the emblem, it's usually around, like on discount cubes, it's about 30 bill that you're expecting to spend there.
Okay.
But yeah, all of the other, you're just going to probably just buy massive glowing cubes and try to get all the stuff to like 2.5 line. And then see how you're doing with cubes left. And if you have like still upwards of 30 bill left, I would just tackle the emblem, and then you can always circle back to the accessories and see if you, and like the arcanes and stuff, and see if you can get anything more than 2.5 line.
Okay.
But it's probably like, I mean, you're gonna lose the 9% int here, but you're gonna win like, I don't know, like 40% or something, right?
Yeah, I gotta have almost everything 2-lined. Only. The Meister Ring, I'm gonna keep the potential.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because I'm gonna be replacing that in like somewhat near future with like a Slime Ring or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or Endless Terror, of course.
Yeah. Or Oz, yeah.
Yeah.
40...
I do want to do some Oz before the change, or at least try to get like a level 3 ring. I got a lot of options because I'm a Freud user.
Mm-hmm.
I can get the Risk Taker. I would take it at that.
Yeah, I think you want to gain about... So if you lose the stat on the glove and the emblem, you're still gaining about 50% stat if you 2.5 line everything. And if you can also add a line of magic attack to that, then that'll be the best use for your money, and then you save everything else for shining. If there is a 5, 10, 15, you could try the things we talked about, like the Sweetwater and the CRA. Yeah. But mostly you're just going to be saving for shining to finish this guy up. And then if by then you have the money and the backups, you can try to go like full 22s or like bring in like the arcanes for 19 to 21 as well.
Yeah. All right. So they haven't announced Shining in K
No, not that I'm aware of. Maybe someone in chat knows, but everyone's kind of assuming it. Yourself included, myself included, honestly. Yeah. But the thing is with the Sunny Sundays, the whole system is a little bit different in Korea, where they only announce it on the week of the Sunny Sunday itself. Like on Monday, they'll say what the Sunny Sunday is that weekend.
But that sucks.
Yeah, so they have way less time to prepare for these things. So when we get them all, in the beginning of the event, they're like, oh, this day I'll do that, this day I'll do that. Like, that's a huge benefit that we have.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were hoping for it, but yeah, I don't. No one in chat says anything, but I don't think we have. I don't think we have official confirmation yet. But it's one of those things. If they don't, everyone will be pissed.
Yeah, but that's like perfect, because then there's enough time to save up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
For the Shining. Yeah.
Yeah, at the beginning it's a bit annoying because you want your money to be working for you and you want to invest because that will significantly make you way stronger and help you get to new access, right? But after a while, you kind of, it's okay that the events aren't so common because you need time to get backups anyway, and you need time to make the money to be able to throw it on there. So, I kind of try to see the positive as waiting for events. I don't only do it during events, but mostly because if you're playing a bit more. Less min maxi, you want to make sure that the money you have goes to the right place.
Yeah, I saw you get the Berserked. That was nice.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that, and then it just so cheap too. It finally went, but yeah, that was the third or fourth Berserked on the character too. So You know, mathematically, it had to go.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not
7.
looking forward to the pitch waiting room because
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I haven't done so many C10 buttons, and I've been quite lucky, I think, if I look at my KC and what I got already.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we'll see.
Wait, your KC? What is that?
Sorry, what?
You said you're looking at your KC? Is that what you said?
Oh, kill count. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, okay. Oh, is this some FPS lingo?
Is it where is it from? Oh, RuneScape. RuneScape. Yeah.
RuneScape. Okay.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, my
uh.
achievements aren't that high for those things either. Like for Gloom or something, I haven't killed that many.
Has no one played old school RuneScape
So
in chat?
far.
I'll be surprised.
Never heard KC. Okay, I heard KT, like kind of treasure. People try to abbreviate that one.
Hmm.
Kill count. Yeah, you don't have something like that. I don't. I wish that we did, where you just could check like this character killed this boss this many times. You just have achievements, and then once you achieve them, and there's no follow up,
Hmm.
it's just gone, and then you have to. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a super nice system, but you can also kill the bosses in this. Like every time it dies, you can just kill it again. There's no waiting room in RuneScape, so and you
Oh,
get a
okay.
chat message with the kill count every time.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I remember in Guild Wars, you could do like exclamation mark lifetime or something, and it'll just tell you how many hours you've played in total on your account and how many hours on the character that you're on.
Oh,
That's pretty
yeah,
funny.
I wish they would add some that
Mm-hmm.
type of stuff to
Yeah, that would
Maple.
be nice. Oh, you could also do like /wiki and then space and then just put in like something you want to look for, and then it just opens up a website on that wiki page with all the info. That was also super useful.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, you'd have to have some kind of integration into. I just don't think the infrastructure is there for MapleStory to
No,
do
no.
anything like that. Would
Some
be so.
spaghetti code.
Yeah, yeah. It's.
Yeah.
Oh man, I always have that visual of like someone who just finishes like computer science or like gets a degree in fucking IT or whatever in coding, and then their first job is like to fix some fix some problem like some kind of coupons in MapleStory or something, and they open the code and they just like their face just goes pale and they just walk out the building. And they're like,
Yeah.
never mind. They've got this idea of like, we're gonna build the whole things back up from the ground up. You know, we've got like a functioning process, and we're gonna like completely rewrite it and make it functional. And then you see like the 600 notes of the people before you who like all the change logs and everything is just like
Yeah.
patchwork. It's like streets, you know, they have like 16 different layers of asphalt, all like partially
Yeah.
overlapping each other. It's like nobody's actually
Yeah.
just breaking up open the street and making a new street. Everyone's just patching the sinkholes and the if they even are, you know. Yeah.
Piling on more shit.
Yeah, and then hoping that it's like you're building a house of cards and you're walking away with your hands like let's see if it holds. Oh, it's holding. Nobody do anything. It's holding. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I imagine the MapleStory code is. And honestly, at this point, you can imagine with the amount of money that it makes, completely redoing that. I don't think that would ever be. Yeah, like you would have to do it on the side. You know, like how much would you have to invest into that?
Yeah. Probably not.
That's a no. Hold. Yeah, everyone hold their breath. Don't breathe, or it might fall apart. Selling API calls $10 each, bro. That sounds expensive. Yeah, they couldn't even build an API, right? Because you don't have like a foundation to pull from. Oh, we got some pat marks. Oh yeah, here's the backups. Yeah, wait, I've been looking at them the whole time. Oh, we got a nice amount of dominators. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
But of course, the superior pendant didn't boom, so you didn't need any of them. Oh, one boomed.
But, yeah, it's for the source
Yeah,
that
for
is
source.
coming when I killing this week, of course.
That's the source that's definitely coming.
Yeah, yeah.
Can I have some of your copium as well? Cause I'm all out after.
I'm gonna get it first try. First try.
First try. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, as if you do enough characters, eventually one has to get a first try, right?
Yeah.
That's the hope. And like one character get a
It,
first try pap mark, and then it's all downhill from there.
yeah. Yeah. Do you think I should be like investing in my drop gear, like getting higher Starforce, so I can maybe train with that?
So
I
right
also
now,
haven't
do you
chosen.
use full damage or do you use like combination
Oh,
meso damage? What do you use now?
I have I mostly train with full damage, but now I'm so high level and the map I clear, I can put on some drop rate, and
Mm-hmm.
I have my not sweet water pep mark is 2-line mesos, and then I have the Meister ring, which is 20 mesos.
Okay.
Uh, so that's my limit right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because yeah, the how are you
Uh,
doing for sacred power compared? What map do you try? Do you training? Do you Arcus or?
uh, Burning Library in yeah,
Hmm.
Burning Sonium
Bernstein. Okay.
S6. I don't have the damage for Arcus yet. Yeah, yes, some maps, but they're not better. They're like the same because
Mm-hmm.
there's way more mobs in the Burning Library 6.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm getting more mesos and I'm getting the same XP.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just not worth right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, and then
At the
if
moment.
you can switch to some switch to meso, you get more meso because of the monster kills and because of the meso per monster. So, and you're not
Yeah,
high enough yet to get like any kind of reduced meso, so you might as well just stay there.
yeah.
And the sacred power, yeah, and the sacred power gets it's still like the jump.
Yeah, but I'm
But
I'm not really gaining anything by going to Odium almost. Because only like 5 symbols a day, right? For now.
I mean, it's five symbols is five symbols, bro. Like you take
Yeah,
everything you could get at this point. But yeah,
yeah,
no, the monster's going to be impossible to kill in the beginning because you've got with some of your mobbing, you got like those wind flashes and stuff. Like those are pretty weak,
yeah,
right? So you need good damage to
yeah.
be able to kill with those.
They are actually getting buffed, so maybe I can.
Okay. Well, yeah,
In
the whole conversation of like the drop and the meso gear and do you upgrade it? Do you train in it? The main thing you want to look at is just trying and seeing what you can get away with. Seeing
yeah,
if you use like guild skills and cycle through guild skills like the critical damage and the regular
yeah,
damage if that gives you enough kill power. Sometimes people have like magic attack fams and stuff. So if you have like one drop rate and then some magic attack fams or maybe some people use that. But the other thing is the upcoming changes in New Age with the monster HP going down in Reboot.
yeah,
That should allow us to train in drop rate. But the question is always, excuse me, the question is always like, should you train in like drop or meso gear or just train in damage gear and then train in a higher level area for more EXP, right? And that depends on
yeah,
what you want to get. But with the EXP being cut, it seems like we probably just want to get more drop and meso than
yeah,
slightly less garbage EXP. But even more things coming to Reboot soon, and I hope that doesn't mean that the base damage is going down again, because if that is, then maybe
yeah,
should be training again, and then maybe you do have to upgrade the gear again. Because the other question
yeah,
is also, do you go for like double meso pieces, double drop pieces, or do you go for do you go for like meso and drop hybrid pieces? Because those right now are really good if you want to go like 100%/200% in Limina and be like full drop in meso and get like a lot of
yeah,
familiars, get a lot of meso, all that. Those are really good now. But then in Grandis, those are not very good because now you lose so much damage switching to them. And then you can't
yeah,
kill, and then you might as well just, train in damage gear and get way more EXP. But if the
yeah,
XP cut is big enough and your character is strong enough, then the hybrid gear might again be very good. So it's right on the line there where we're going to have to just kind of see where
yeah.
it's at. But I think it makes more sense for your projects now because you have like, do you have a separate 200% drop rate set and a separate 100 meso and then like a 180 something or 100 mixed set kind of thing?
Uh, I Let me see. Let me actually
Or
check.
maybe a 180 drop, like you have at least one of each with drop?
Uh, I definitely do have 200% drop.
Okay.
Let me see.
You probably have 5 lines of meso, right?
Yeah, that I have.
Mm-hmm. So you have to
Let me
check your
see.
combined sets. So you have to check how many items you have that have double lines, and then you can probably.
You see, I have 120 drop rate and 100% Meso
Okay, yeah.
right now. Yeah.
Yeah, so you could do 100 and damage, you could do 100 and 120, or you can do 200 and 0 damage for boxes. That's a pretty good setup now, I would say. I don't think you have to work on that for now. I would just kind of wait until we have more news on that with New Age, and your money's going to go towards the potential for the bossing just to make C10 more doable, to make sure that the Chaos Slime runs don't take forever, and to the Starforcing to make sure that, you know, that gear is just solid for Black Mage and beyond.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't throw my money at that for now. And then some money is probably going to go to bossing mules, just, you know, for a little bit of Starforcing, getting stuff to 17 during 5 and 15 and that kind of stuff. Abzo stuff, maybe.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Enough projects for the cash, you know? No need to add any more, yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, wait, is your whole outfit like you look like a low level? Oh, with the outfit, yeah, with the choo-choo outfit, it covers it.
Yeah.
But you look like the level 5 Evan, basically.
Yep, yeah.
Nice.
Almost. I cannot fucking use the anvil on the pants because it's gender locked or some shit like that. Yeah. And the weapon is not the same. It's
Oh. It's a boy pants, so it doesn't work on a unisex item.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I found something similar. And the stick, I wish I could use the stick, but it's a one-handed sword, so I can't put it over my... So I'm just a farmer boy walking around with a giant-ass stick.
Yeah.
A magic stick, yeah.
There's got to be some NX, that allows you to. Well, I guess once you're liberated, would you want to cover that up, or do you want to wear that?
Gotta
Show
flex.
it. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Flex your giant wooden stick. Like the is it Elder one? No. What's the wand in Harry Potter?
Yeah, the other one.
Oh, it is Elder one. Okay. I was like, it was Elden Ring, isn't that Elder one? Yeah.
But I think it's a GMS thing that you can't transfer hammer gender items. Because I heard someone say that in KMS you can actually not transfer hammer, the anvil stuff on your CRA things. So I don't know what the deal is there.
Maxon, what is the deal with
free
anviling?
money?
Yeah, it's free money, honestly. I don't get it. You know what else would be free money? If characters in the game just didn't have gender and they could just use all the coupons and wear all the clothes, they would just sell so much more. I just don't understand why. Because like half the time you look at a character, you can't even tell what fucking gender they're supposed to be. It's all so fluid. Like, and now you have characters that can get married, people that play the game less, that don't do APQ, like people like Zeros can't get their characters married. Like it's just it practically from like gaming content, it just doesn't make any sense. It has nothing to do with like being woke or anything. It's just not smart. It's just like a bad game decision.
I don't know. Please, next time, change that shit.
Yeah, you went. How deep must that be for them to be like, no, we have to come up with some kind of reason that we don't want it because we don't want to hide the fact that we just can't do it, you know?
Yeah. And even then, like, if KMS can have it, like, why is it not in GMS?
Yeah, something like that. That makes you wonder as well why that wouldn't work. It would give more money. Yeah, because if you could just put all the outfits and combine all the outfits on all the characters, you would just buy more. Like,
yeah.
You have more eyes to pick from, more faces, more hairstyles. Like, it just, I don't know. It's kind of, but maybe, this one is more brain dead. But like the other one is like a universal cash up because a lot of people are like, well, then people buy way less NX because they can transfer everything. But honestly, like going into NX, into the cash up every single time to transfer your outfit to another character, somebody who spends a lot of money on NX ain't got the time for that, first of all.
No.
But second of all, there's probably also the large group of people that says, well, if I can't transfer to NX, if I can only use it on one character, I'm just not going to buy anything. And if that group is sufficiently big, then switching over to something like a universal cash up might actually end up making them more money. But it'd be hard to say. Like you'd have to do some kind of research on
Yeah.
how much money does the average user spend, and maybe do some kind of questionnaire on like if this happened, like would you be more inclined to spend more? It's really hard to kind of guess that.
I think they would have to lock the pets, because I would definitely be switching my vet pet over.
Oh yeah,
If I
effectively switching all day, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Then you might actually buy 3 and then just move 3 of them over, because then it'd actually be worth it.
No, that's too much. That's too much.
Well, I would say like a lot of people probably already have 2 or 3 like
Yeah.
spread over their account, or like ones that they could res that they only res if they play certain characters for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Sure.
if they had the ability, they'd have like 2 vac pets on one side or something. Except on my arc, I'll always keep the what is it, like the turtle set with the penguin and the albatross, because extra weapon attack and a min max.
Legacy
Yeah,
stuff, huh?
legacy
Yeah.
min maxing pet attack set bonus. Not spend anything on an X because of it. Yeah, there's got to be a big group of people. One thing you can say though is because they go by random boxes a lot, if you get a lot of stuff on one group of characters in the cash shop, and you get like a complete extra set, but you don't really have anywhere to use it, and then you could transfer that over. But again, like that person is probably not likely to spend all that extra money on the other set to get it there anyway. So you're just giving people more value for the same money to them, but you don't lose on it, I feel. It's got to be a plus. It's just got to be really, really hard to do. I imagine that things that deep with like the gender of the character or the class of the character is just the code where it is just so deep, and everything else is built over it. Like if they mess with that, I think the whole thing comes falling apart. I have to believe that. Otherwise, I feel like they should be working in that direction. But all right,
I would love to spend money.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're off track. Yeah.
I mean, we'd love to get good value for your money, right? And if you feel like you're not getting
Yeah.
that, then you don't spend it. That's pretty standard consumer behavior. So
Yeah.
well, KMS will have to fight for it, because if they're not getting it, we ain't getting it. Other than that, your flames looking good.
Yeah, I was wondering about the flames, but they're very expensive to upgrade from here on out. So
Yeah.
it's not, doesn't really feel like it's a good way of spending my money.
No, I would say like after all of that stuff that we were talking about, like after the next shining or something, if you have 2.5 to 3 line on most of your stuff, and you've got like 22s and 21s is basically all you have left. Do you have a potential badge, by the way, or did you not play
No,
at that time?
no.
Okay.
Nope. I
Um.
definitely did, but I didn't do the I wasn't
Oh yeah. Okay.
doing the stuff.
Yeah,
But
just didn't do the
I have
content.
the pocket item. That's apparently a legacy item. I can't remember from when I got it, but this character is pretty old. It's
like
from
the Oda.
2016.
Oh, not the Oda pin, but you mean the handkerchief? Yeah.
Yeah,
I've got this one on my DA. Yeah, that one was my best in slot for a long time. But then the 3 set bonus with the Pink Holy Cup and the oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, with a lot of people, the Pink Holy Cup and then the badge.
Yeah.
And then if you have any other item, then you get the 3 set bonus, right? So that's why a lot of people also like to get the black bean mark instead of the monocle, since the transposing of the flame was removed. Because then they can keep the set bonus, and then it also gives, a little bit more cope that there's some extra bonus damage there until they get a book, because, that thing doesn't drop, so.
Yeah. All right.
These things
Makes
are
sense.
rare.
Makes sense.
Okay, does that put everything kind of in the perspective on the priorities and...
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So,
yeah, the main thing is just if you can sustain more bossing wheels, and that is really going to be what directly speeds up in how many weeks you can tackle those projects. But backups is the other side of that coin. So if the backups don't drop, then you can make all the money in the world. Once it booms, your cash is sitting.
all right. That's good.
Okay, but it's looking nice. I'm not surprised that your damage on the BA now when I see all of this stuff, because it's looking pretty good. But yeah, you're gonna get some nice int gains for sure, because it's all quote unquote just 2 lines, so many potential, but good potential for gain on your potentials.
Yeah,
definitely. But yeah, you got some
sounds good.
good 22 stars finished already, so you could just go hard on the potential.
Yeah, very lucky, because all the 22s are just like rage Starforcing. When I took the break, I just spent everything I had. Just
Damn.
like if it booms, I don't care, whatever. But
until you ever come back, and then you come back to like your half of your inventory is like traces, and you're like, oh god, why did I do that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I always tell people, if you want to quit, just uninstall the game. Don't do like a rage tap, because then you also make it so you can't come back. Unless you want to quit forever, then it's a really good idea to just rage tap all your shit, because then you'll never coming back.
I thought I was quitting forever.
At
that time.
Yeah, that's Chad. He thought he was quitting forever. Little did he know.
Yeah.
People don't actually quit MapleStory. You just take long breaks.
Yeah, we say this exact same thing in RuneScape.
Oh yes, I think you always come back.
Never quit. You just take a break. Yeah.
Just something about it. It just Yeah, I don't know. It's part nostalgia, part like it fills kind of a hole of something that you're looking for, right?
Yeah, it's a fun. I enjoy it for what it is. It obviously got a lot of problems, but I generally enjoy it.
Yeah, point me to a game that doesn't have any problems with it.
Yeah.
That's a short list. Or to a gaming company that does everything perfectly. That's an even shorter list, probably. All right. Yeah, interoperability. You're just like rolling whenever there's a event, I guess. Or do you rage tap off event? It looks kind of like an off event kind of an angle here.
Yeah.
And for one roll?
Roll. Yeah. Just let me get something useful, and then I can stop, and then I can save up. Yeah.
But then what are you saving up for once you get the last useful thing?
Yeah. I don't know. I did have Meso and Drop on the unique lines, but
Drop is actually pretty good if you can get that, because pitched waiting room is already so hard.
I am actually going for the 15% drop. I definitely wanted over
the boss. Well, you can get drop, boss, or damage to debuffed, right? Those are all decent good outs.
Yeah. But I haven't hit the unique drop at all ever on this account.
It's tricky. It's real tricky.
Yeah.
Especially when you're just locking 2 for 1. That's why it's good to wait, because in New Age they're increasing the chance for unique rolls as well.
Aren't they also doing like a preset so you can have 2?
No, that was a mistranslation. People thought that's what they said, but it was like translated during the live thing when there was like a lot of talking going on. But that's not something. I think it was mentioned that it is something that they are not excluding. But like they said, I think they said it a year ago, that they wanted to make sure that the odds of the interoperability, or just the average cost, was more congruent with how much gameplay they're expecting people to do. And until they have that in the right spot where they want it, they're not going to think about presets. And this seems to be, and the fact that they're still changing things, so they're removing the rare lines just completely and increasing the chance of unique on legendary interoperability, is that they're still tweaking those percentages. So we're kind of looking forward to them not making the interoperability better, because then that means the chance would hopefully increase that they're actually going to do presets.
Yeah.
But you'll have a long time. You'll have to spend like a few years saving up honor EXP before you can use an interoperability preset, right?
Yeah.
Because now, now if they implement it, you have got like 10,000. Like, yes, 2 rolls. Let's go.
Yeah. True.
You'll be more than ready once we finally get that. All right. Everything else looks good, I think. Yeah. Your magic attack is probably pretty high compared to.
Yeah. They even have a pretty high.
Oh, you got like a 40% passive or something, right? Or 30%?
Yeah, 35.
35, yeah.
We're getting nerfed. Sad.
Oh, is it going down?
5%, and then it's going down by 5%, and then they're taking off 35 magic attack from one of our buffs.
Ooh. Oh, from one of these here?
If Yeah, it's the green shield thing.
Green shield thing?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
it gives like 80 and goes down to 55.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
No,
So
45.
Evan is going down like at least 2 tiers in the tier list then.
Maybe I'll see after. At least I have a lot of gains to get, so it wasn't probably not gonna be.
Yeah, you're not gonna feel it though. Not too much.
But I'm definitely losing like 300 magic attack when the patch hits.
Yeah, that's pretty big. You gained a lot of damage when they changed the stuff multiplier, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a while ago, but like it was a battle mage and Evan suddenly got like just 20% final damage because of the multiplier.
Yeah, something like that.
That was pretty good.
Yes, thank you very much.
Too many Giga Strong Evans in KMS. I feel like Evan is probably kind of similar to Ilium in the sense that you have to kind of know what you're doing and play it well, but when you do, you can squeeze a lot of damage out of that class.
Yeah, I haven't really looked that much into it, but there's something called mana canceling, where you can like cancel certain skill animation with using your main attack.
Oh?
I haven't really looked into that.
Sounds sweaty.
Yeah, fuck
Sounds
that.
like some stinky gamer shit. That's what it sounds like. Mana canceling. All right. Well, any Evans in the comment section or in the chat want to weigh in on mana canceling? Have a really good guide. Hit up Aller.
I've seen a lot of. I sometimes go to the Invent, the forum for MapleStory in Korea, and I see they talk a lot about it, but it's kind of difficult to find videos.
With like instructions and like here, press this button, and then slow motion because otherwise the frames you can't even see what's going on. Yeah.
And they talk in Korean, so it makes that much.
Just learn Korean, bro.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Yeah. All right. I'll get right on that. Mana canceling is the main reason you need the +1 attack speed, I believe. That's possible. Like the attack weaving for arc is also attack speed dependent and stuff.
But they can do it in KMS.
Yeah, so they have up to 8, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's probably some classes that just have a whole bunch of extra play stuff that they can do just because they the extra 2 ranks of attack speed that Korea wasn't even coded in for, and then we can just do some extra funky shit. Balance definitely shifts. Okay. Anything else you had questions about?
Pretty much, yeah. The biggest one was definitely like the potential or Starforcing. Yeah.
Yeah, you're just waiting for whichever sale comes first. It's kind of it's just the best way to go about it. It'll just save you weeks and months of saving up if you do it that way. Yeah. Or you just rage tap and then cry and quit.
No. I'm done.
Not anymore.
I'm done with that.
Okay. That was the old Aller. The new Aller is...
Yeah. I learned my lesson.
Okay. No, you had your wild years and you lived while you were young, and now you're old, boring.
I can settle on 21s finally.
Oh, you had 92 and 5 when you transposed the pendant. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it was the compensation.
Oh,
I got the,
right.
Pendant demonical flame stun.
Like thousands of flames, so you're just like tapped
yeah,
up.
Exactly.
Yeah. Aim super high, and this one was 76 and 6. Oof, that's also pretty nasty.
Yeah.
They're both like 20 higher than what you would be okay to settle for.
Yeah. It's just I went in hard because didn't really have anything.
Now their flames make your arcane flames look so weak. Especially because of the transpose and the number goes up in the higher tier. It makes your arcanes look like, what are you guys even doing? Hello, are you even trying? But they're like okay, but like in comparison, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll throw on black flames on
Yep.
the arcanes.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're like exactly at that point yet for black flames, but if you have black flames, yeah, they're probably going on there. Not much else to, but yeah, like you asked about before, we didn't like fully address it, but like going back and like really spending money on flames, that's like a good idea when all the 2021s are done and when all the like accessories probably full 3 line, WSE 3 line, and everything else like 2.5 line in terms of potential.
Yeah.
And then you can start really thinking about just like dumping some money on flames. And that's a good thing that you can kind of just do off event whenever you want to gamble. You just throw a bunch of flames at something. And if you ruin one flame in your account, it's not too bad because you won't really feel it. And if you do hit something nice, then you can move on to the next item, you know?
Yeah, but then the item looks ugly.
It does, but only you will know it. Only you will know it, so... But it is it's the perfect endgame gambling addiction excuse is to just work on a flame on one item.
Okay.
So you have that. The end game is to go back to the gamba.
Okay.
All right. Well, if there's anything else, you know where to find me.
Yeah.
And
great. Thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome, and good luck. I hope everything works out. Hope you get some extra slime rings because those can be tricky to get your hands on. So hopefully the next ones work out, and then you could put that behind you.
Yep. Looking forward to it.
All right. Well, see you around.
Yeah. See you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Cool. So to all the people checking out the session, hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully there were some things in here. Maybe you were in a similar position. Hopefully the advice helped you out as well. The different scenarios there with the superior and with the transfer hammering. Hopefully that gave you some extra options as well on what to do in your situation. Because in your... everyone's situation is a little bit different. In terms of the general area you're going at, it's the same, but in terms of which item do you do first, which one do you do next, if you're unlucky and you need a bunch of backups, certain dailies, certain weeklies will be on the schedule for longer. Definitely don't underestimate if you already have pre-transposed, especially with flames like these, Sweetwater stuff. Don't just be like, oh, pitched comes. No, like if this stuff goes to 22, eventually, like it's gonna probably still be stronger than, or about the same or stronger than 22 pitched. 22 pitched just wins because it has a set bonus, and Sweetwater Pennant doesn't. Sweetwater stuff doesn't. And like with the so that's like the only thing it really wins at. So that's like when you're, you have a book and you have a Reserved and you have a monocle, and then you're like, okay, now the set bonus starts coming in. But it has this Warrior Link work in Vihilla. Does Warrior Link work in Vihilla? Oh my. I think it does, because it's not healing that's blocked, it's the consumption of use items that's blocked. In Will, healing is blocked, so there I don't think it works. But in Vihilla, it's the consumption of use items that's blocked, and not healing, so there... Right? You can't Blood Arrow in Vihilla? But Demon Avenger healing does work there, though. Or my regeneration does work. Like, I can blast... But I can already blast through... But I can heal because I can heal through the healing restriction of Frenzy. Has anyone tried Warrior Link to see if that heals in Vihilla for extra survivability? It's also so difficult because logically I would say probably not, but nothing in Maple is like really logical. So you probably just have to test it and just be like, just see if it works. Like for me on the DA it wouldn't work but that's because my healing is blocked partially by my Frenzy, so it would only heal 1% per tick instead of the full thing. Yeah, we might be the exception, you're right, as a DA. Maybe being able to heal through frenzy like overwrites, but would that shouldn't overwrite the map's limitation on healing though. If your blood arrow doesn't give you any healing, I know that the blocking is different in Will and in Vihila though. Like some healing things heal differently, but then again, healing fams heal in both. So they are just working on some other shit. You know, they don't give a fuck. Well, it's a good question for people in the chat. If anyone in the chat knows, or if anyone in the YouTube watching the YouTube video knows, please leave a comment, and then I can relay it back to anyone who's tried. So I think so far we're leaning to probably not, but if anyone has definitely tried it and can give us the conclusive feedback, that'd be very welcome. But yeah, so thanks for watching the session. If you want one of these, check out the description of the video or use !coaching in the Twitch chat, twitch.tv/Scardor over there. That's also where you can find all of these resources with all of those numbers and all of these details. Do my best to keep all of that up to date. I usually work with that instead of YouTube videos because YouTube videos take longer to make. They get outdated faster, and it's just a lot more work, I think, for something that ultimately is less accurate. So that's why I work with all those commands. I have about 240 of them with a bunch of information. So feel free to use those. Those are available for everyone, not behind a paywall or anything. The coaching sessions, though, are behind a paywall because they're like a conglomeration of all of that information into one session of either 45 minutes for just equip upgrading or hour and a half like this one, or roughly hour and a half for like a full account review or somewhere in the middle, depending on how much time you need. It's not just this. You can also ask for like review help with bosses, for example, or stuff like that. So, or you just want to talk about whatever. You're basically just paying for my time, and then I try to help you with your goals, So that's what we did here as well. So yeah, if you want to win one of these sessions, make sure you leave a comment saying that you would like to win, and please include your Discord name so I can reach out to you. Or if not, I'll reach out to the YouTube comment, but sometimes people miss those. And at the end of the month, I'll draw 2 winners. We're almost at the end of August already, so the 2 winners for August will be drawn soon, and that could be you. So if you want to win, go do that. Other than that, I will thank you for checking out the video, and either check one of the other videos. Hopefully there's a playlist somewhere, and you can see more sessions. Don't watch the ones from like 5 years ago, because they're probably going to be a bit outdated. Or it could be really cool to see what the game looked like back then. It's probably going to be a bit of a nostalgia trip. But yeah, I'll see you either in the next video or live on stream. I stream every day over at Twitch, so if you want to be there live for a session or just ask any question when I'm live, you can do that. And if not, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.